I love Denzel Mims. Put another wide receiver with Kirk Cousins, baby. That's right. Now, I'm a bit of a gambler by nature, and especially when you have 12 draft picks, including 2 first rounders, 5 in the top 105, you can afford to roll them bones a little bit. You have more lotto tickets in the raffle, and Denzel Mims is certainly one of those very high upside wide receivers in the draft. Background on him: 6'3", 207 pounds, senior from the Baylor University, played under Matt Rule, now head coach of the Carolina Panthers. 3-star recruit coming out of Dangerfield High School in Texas. Was also a basketball, track, and baseball standout in high school. I like when players coming in are more well-rounded. Like, I really hate the athletes. You see this a lot in baseball, a lot in hockey too, where they just specialize. Just play one sport all year round. How boring is that? I mean, that's how you get burnt out. I mean, look at Andre Agassi. I hate tennis. Well, if Andre Agassi was allowed to play, I don't know, Quidditch, that's not a real sport, is it? Cricket, that's not a real sport either, is it? Except for in India. Whatever. Anyways, I like when guys come out, they're more well-rounded. I feel like they just do better in a team setting, and also, I mean, less chance that they get bored, which is great. Busts out his true sophomore year in 2017. Yeah, nailed it. I'm good at math. Put up 61 catches, 1,087 yards, and eight touchdowns. Senior season, put up 66 catches, 1,020 yards, as well as 12 touchdowns. So even though he had an amazing sophomore season, had sort of a meh junior year, that's why he didn't declare early, came back with a pretty decent senior year, but it kind of feels like he just sort of peaked in a sophomore year. Didn't really explode and build on that great season that he had as a sophomore, but it did set himself up very nice for the Senior Bowl. Practice all week, he was winning one-on-ones, he was really dominating some really good cornerback competition. Game wise, he had like 1 catch, 13 yards. Again, game absolutely does not matter. Honestly, they could just do away with the Senior Bowl game and just have it a week full of practices, and it would accomplish the same thing. It is. Also, he lit up the combine. Like, he destroyed things. Like, for all the reasons why some of the wide receivers had slower times because of putting it in prime time. Everyone's running late at night. Denzel Mims is like, hold my beer. I got this. Ran a 4.3, 840, put up a 38.5-inch vert, 131-inch broad jump, a 6.66 second 3-cone. But, if you notice, his graph it looks like the DK Metcalf Pac-Man because he ran a 4.43 short shuttle. So he can't turn left. Just like DK, but as you can see, just insanely explosive, as well as through all the routes, he just like explodes, like it's being shot out of a cannon. Cannon. Also, body control is also off the charts. I mean, just look at a couple of the back shoulder throws that he got, as well as the way he just sort of contorted himself on some of those jump ball 50-50 balls at Baylor. You do see a lot of Marvin Jones, actually. Also, because Marvin Jones just kicks the Vikings' ass every single time. Thanks, Xavier Rhodes. Thanks. It's like a hybrid of Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay. So, like, take the Detroit receivers, mash them into one. You got Denzel Mims. There you go. Of course, the major issue, because not every receiver can be perfect except for Jerry Jeudy. That's right. Route running and hands. Hands relatively inconsistent. Dropped. He can make the really tough contested catch, but sometimes he'll just flat out drop a wide open ball. It's one of those spots, as well as route running. I mean, Baylor's offense didn't incorporate a full NFL route tree like most college offenses, so he's behind the 8 ball there, as well as he's only been playing wide receiver for 5 years, 1 year in high school, four in college. So Andrew Giannacco, wide receiver coach, is going to have a little bit of work to do, as well as Adam Thielen, I'm sure, could take him under the wing and show him the ropes. Same thing with BC Johnson too. But yeah, I can also hear the fans right now. I want a 6'5", 220-pound wide receiver who can run a 4.2, has perfect hands, runs perfect routes, and is a great teammate. Good luck with all that. Good friggin' luck with all that. Let me know when you find that unicorn, especially when you're drafting 22 and 25 overall, respectively. Good luck. Is that you, Rona? But I think that if he is available there late in the first round, which he certainly could be, in fact, if the Vikings want to play this dance, if they want to trade down either 22 or 25, maybe Mims is going to be there at the top of the second round. Certainly could be, because you could see a mini run on wide receivers. You could see Jeudy, you could see Lamb, you could see Ruggs, you could see T. Higgins, you could even see Laviska Shenault possibly sneaking in there. You could see Justin Jefferson also sneaking up in there. So maybe Mims is even like the 6th wide receiver taken off the board. I mean, because you look at the draft hype around DK Metcalf, where he had very solid college production as well as blew up the combine, so, sort of a diet version of what Mims did. And then you saw DK fell all the way to the back end of the second round. So I think a fall for Mims could certainly happen. Mims might even be there when the Vikings pick straight up in the second round. But I would be ecstatic. I would honestly be very hyped for him to get there, because I know, like, Vikings, they haven't really panned out betting on athletes to play wide receiver. You look at Troy Williamson, you look at Cordero Patterson. Fully understand that. But I feel like a lot of the issues that Mims has are correctable and could be refined quite a bit. Like, I think he could learn to be a better route runner. I bet his I like betting on Mims a lot more than Cordero's back in 2013. So I think there's a lot of upside there. But also, if you take him as your numero uno wide receiver early on in the draft, day 1, day 2, then I think you certainly should circle back rounds 4 and 5, grab another one, maybe Tyler Johnson one time, as well as probably snagging one in the 7th round, because Rick will probably end up with all the 7th round picks, as well as his UDFA. But I mean, Denzel Mims, if you can't get Judy, if you're not in one of those other top-tier wide receivers, just in terms of potential risk versus reward, relatively low risk, very high reward with Denzel Mims, just the physical freak of this year's wide receiver class. But your thoughts, Denzel Mims out of Baylor? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe for Daily Vikings Takes. Also, today at noon Central Time. Also, all this week, we're going to be live streaming, do a Q&A, do some drafts. We're going to have a regular show at noon. It's going to be weird, but come check it out as you are in quarantine, or at least you should be. If you're in Manhattan Beach or Venice Beach, stop playing basketball. Get the hell out of there. But subscribe. Skull production value.